A silent modern kitchen rests in the warm evening light, holding secrets in plain sight. On the rustic wooden counter sits a simple glass jar, hiding an ancient, trembling power inside. One might think it is just another simple spice, but this rough husk tells a darker story. Look closely at this crimson shell, a dormant seed waiting to awaken its long-forgotten magic. The surface is rugged and unyielding, deeply scarred by the harsh winds of ancient eastern mountains. The descent into the microscopic realm begins now, piercing the dry skin to uncover a hidden truth. Moving beyond the physical barrier, a strange structural maze reveals the phantom vibrations of a lost dynasty. Shadows dance within the hollow chamber, an empty vessel that once held the power to conquer empires. The journey backward starts here, falling deeply through the silent shadows into a world of primal mist. Time unravels inside this tiny husk, shedding centuries of modern culinary habits to reach the wild origin. A delicate floral aroma lingers in this void, hinting at the citrus bloodline of a fierce botanical survivor. The red walls of the shell dissolve slowly, making way for the rugged limestone cliffs of ancient Earth. This is not a story of heat. It is a timeless tale of a phantom frequency and royal desire. The deep dive continues through the cosmic cellular structure, leaving the modern kitchen far behind in the dust. The portal of time fully opens now, revealing the untamed lands where the numbing legend first breathed. Deep within the ancient basin, a heavy prehistoric mist blankets the valley, hiding a powerful botanical secret. Sharp thorns protect these fragile branches, serving as a fierce, wild warning to any hungry creatures nearby. This harsh and unforgiving landscape shaped the evolution of an ancient plant over millions of quiet years. A tiny green orb emerges, drawing vital nutrients from the rocky soil under the pale morning light. Endless cycles of wild storms batter the rugged peaks of the mountain, forging resilience and raw power. The pale green skin blushes, revealing a vibrant crimson hue in summer, signaling its quiet, deadly readiness. Early wanderers discovered these forests, treading carefully through the dangerous tangled vines, guided by a strange scent. A sudden snap of the branch releases a sharp and refreshing floral fragrance, confusing the weary human senses. For this is not a pepper. It belongs to the noble citrus family, hiding behind a deceptive name. Swelling oil glands pulse with life, storing a highly complex and rare chemical, waiting to be finally unleashed. As the golden sun descends, it glows brightly against the dark rocks, holding deep mysteries of Earth. The rough husk slowly splits, dropping its shiny, useless dark black seed, keeping the true magic within. Fierce winds sweep the remote valleys, carrying the potent botanical aroma far away, towards the distant royal capital. This empty shell stands alone, waiting to deliver its legendary electric shock to those brave enough today. The wild origin story concludes here, paving the way for a glorious empire built on phantom physical vibrations. A microscopic journey begins here, diving deep into the golden citrus oil, revealing a strange geometry. Ancient beasts roam these woods, chewing blindly on the bright red berries, finding a shocking surprise. The secret lies hidden within, a complex chain of rare carbon atoms, forming the sandsul molecule. Nature designed a clever shield, turning hungry predators away in sheer panic, protecting the fragile seed. It does not burn flesh. It binds perfectly to the touch receptors, creating a wild illusion. Centuries passed in absolute silence, refining this silent weapon of wild survival against the ancient beasts. The nervous system misfires instantly, sending rapid physical vibrations at 50 hertz inside the dark mouth. Then the first humans arrived, foraging bravely through the misty green valleys, seeking a new flavor. A bold taste touches flesh, tricking the delicate human brain into submission, feeling a strange numbness. They gathered the wild harvest, carrying baskets full of the crimson treasure back to their tribes. Sunlight dries the rugged skin, locking the volatile oils safely deep inside for a future feast. Small villages grew around it, building a culture upon the numbing sensation under the vast sky. Heavy stones crush the shell, releasing a pungent cloud of citrus magic, awakening the human spirit. The wild era slowly fades, giving way to the dawn of emperors and an epic empire. The numbing dust shines brightly, ready to conquer the elite royal palates of the Han Dynasty. A grand empire rises from the mist, starting an era of supreme imperial power, built upon a tiny crimson shell. The pungent wild aroma travels far inland, capturing the delicate attention of noble lords, sitting safely within their high walls. A lavish royal banquet is prepared now, displaying massive mountains of rare exotic food. Under the warm, glowing lantern light, an ornate bronze vessel holds the treasure, gleaming brightly against the rich, dark wood, waiting for the heavenly emperor today. Messengers ride fiercely across the vast plains, carrying the sacred harvest to the palace, risking their lives for royal pleasure. A single red peppercorn is carefully examined, revealing an exquisite texture of pure gold by the soft, trembling human hands. The imperial court marvels at the sensation, discovering a powerful shock of culinary magic that dances wildly upon the tongue. Golden wine mixes with the crimson dust, swirling slowly inside an elegant jade cup, creating a potion of divine strength. It becomes a holy offering to gods, filling the ancient temples with fragrant smoke, lifting deep prayers to the heavens. A glowing ember roasts the dry husk, releasing a thick cloud of aromatic oil into the quiet, sacred temple air. The tiny spice commands the highest respect, shaping the rigid laws of royal tribute across the sprawling, wealthy eastern lands. Silk bags are tied with golden threads, holding the absolute finest grade of harvest, meant only for the divine ruler. High nobility embraces the wild electric thrill, seeking the legendary promise of boundless fertility, hidden within the strange, rough seed. Deep red clusters symbolize a blooming family, promising countless descendants to the loyal subjects, resting beautifully upon the royal altar. The vibrant spice weaves into daily power, setting the perfect stage for ancient secrets, hidden deep within the grand palace. Deep within the inner palace walls, a secret royal chamber reveals its warmth. Built for the elegant empress, crushed pink peppercorns blend with clay, forming a thick and highly fragrant paste to coat the royal walls. This legendary room is named Xiaofang, holding the profound ancient hopes of life for the blooming royal dynasty. A gentle heat radiates outward slowly, releasing a calming citrus scent every night into the quiet imperial dark. The rugged spice protects the queen, driving away the bitter, freezing winter winds with its subtle, warm magic. Delicate silk pillows rest upon beds, surrounded by the intoxicating crimson floral energy, ensuring endless peace and fertility. Hundreds of golden lanterns glow softly, casting long dancing shadows upon textured walls, hiding the darkest royal secrets. The essential oils seep out continuously, preserving the heavy wooden beams for centuries, defying the relentless natural decay. Royal concubines crave this fragrant luxury, dreaming of the supreme, ultimate imperial favor beneath the dark tiled roofs. A microscopic drop of golden oil captures the pure essence of imperial desire, glowing like a tiny sun. The empress breathes in the vapor, feeling a gentle numbness touch her soul, easing the heavy royal burdens. Outside the tightly sealed wooden doors, guards stand watch in the freezing snow, protecting the warm, spicy sanctuary. The walls pulse with silent life, acting as a grand, living, ancient organism, breathing the rare citrus perfume. A single seed falls to earth, carrying the heavy weight of an empire, waiting to spark another legend. The golden age of the palace slowly opens the dusty ancient silk roads for a grand new journey. The heavy wooden gates open slowly, starting a grand journey across the desert, towards the distant, unknown lands. A sturdy hemp sack is tied, holding the vibrant red treasure safely within, ready for the rough ride. Massive caravans travel across the dunes, braving the fierce and relentless desert sandstorms to deliver the magical spice. A camel bell chimes in rhythm, echoing softly across the shifting golden sands, marking the steady, slow progress. The vibrant spice reaches new borders, crossing wide rivers and vast mountain ranges, uniting distant, ancient human cultures. Foreign merchants examine the strange seed, feeling a deep and sudden electric shock inside their dark desert tents. Wealthy traders gather in bustling markets, trading pure silver for the numbing treasure under the vibrant cloth canopies. A silver coin falls to rest, shining brightly next to the dry husks, sealing a highly lucrative deal. The numbing flavor conquers Western kitchens, mixing perfectly with exotic local wild ingredients, creating a completely new sensation. Hot oil sizzles in the pan, waking the deep citrus magic from sleep, filling the air with fragrance. The empire of flavor expands rapidly, dominating the culinary world with absolute power across the mighty eastern continent. A porcelain bowl holds the dish, gleaming under the soft, warm evening light, a true masterpiece of fire. The legend of the red gold spreads wildly through every bustling ancient city, capturing hearts and delicate tongues. The dry, empty shell remains silent, carrying tales of deserts and grand empires within its dark, hollow core. The golden era reaches its peak, leading the world into a darker chapter where the true cost emerges. The dark clouds roll over the steep mountains, bringing a chilling and very harsh reality to the luxurious royal spice trade. A sharp thorn pierces human flesh, leaving a deep and painful crimson mark upon the trembling, tired, ancient hands. Poor farmers scale the vertical cliffs, risking their fragile and very weary lives for the royal spice tribute quota. Drops of sweat mix with blood, falling slowly upon the jagged mountain rocks as the endless, dark harvest continues. Baskets are filled with immense suffering, carrying a heavy burden of human tears down the misty and dangerous slopes. The rough husk shines deeply red, absorbing the silent agony of human hands beneath the harsh and unforgiving sun. Entire villages are bound to labor, serving the relentless hunger of distant empires, until the bitter and tragic end. A broken fingernail grips the wood, fighting against the cruel and jagged branches, just to survive another desperate day. The majestic peaks hide dark secrets, swallowing the cries of many forgotten souls who perished for the elite flavor. A single teardrop hits the spice, dissolving quietly into the thick, aromatic dust, lost to the cruel passage of time. Heavily guarded wagons leave the village, transporting the bloody harvest to wealthy cities, while the poor local farmers starve. The golden oil reflects utter despair, glowing brightly despite the immense human tragedy hidden deep within its vibrant core. Endless demand strips the ancient forests, pushing the wild, resilient nature to edges of absolute and total environmental ruin. Withered roots struggle in dry soil, begging the heavens for a single drop of rain, while the court feasts. The price of power is paid, leaving behind a scarred and broken landscape for the future ancient human generations. The modern era approaches. A strange fear grips the western borders, blocking the ancient spicy trade. Microscopic spores trigger panic, carrying a deadly disease for citrus plants, sealing the crimson spice away. A massive ban is declared, plunging the legendary numbing flavor into darkness across a vast new continent. The confiscated treasure burns slowly, turning the majestic royal tribute into ash under the cold, fluorescent lights. Desperate chefs turn to shadows, seeking the forbidden thrill of the East within a hidden underground market. Smuggled bags hide in secret, traveling quietly inside the dark, heavy ships, crossing the deep, violent oceans. The underground culinary world thrives, keeping the ancient phantom vibration completely alive behind locked, heavy metal doors. A single peppercorn is crushed, releasing the pure scent of eastern mountains onto a modern porcelain plate. Decades pass until walls fall, bringing the pure crimson spice to light for a hungry global audience. The raw heat process begins, safely destroying the invisible threat of disease, restoring honor to the shell. Global kitchens embrace the magic, blending the ancient power with modern flavors, sparking a beautiful culinary revolution. The golden oil sizzles brightly, reminding us of the fierce, untamed origins hidden inside this tiny vessel. The empire of flavor reigns, connecting millions of souls through shared vibration across the vast, modern world. A final look at the husk, showing the deep scars of its journey, from wild bushes to glory. The phantom frequency fades slowly, leaving behind a true legend of flavor, forever vibrating upon our tongues.